Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be reacting to the top 10 worst ways to die in Jurassic World. This is made by GB1609. He's quite a new YouTuber, only started 9 months ago, but as you can see he's grown very fast. He just got 85,000 views in 13 days, which is really good. And he's on, I think, 1,200 subscribers at the minute. So yeah, make sure you go check out his channel because all of this video was made by him. I'm just the guy reacting to it. And without further ado, let's start the reaction. Make sure you leave in the comments as well what you think is the worst ways to die and the best. And make sure you go, obviously, subscribe to his channel.
Jurassic Park franchise, there are many ways to die, from being stomped on by a T-Rex to being swallowed alive. In today's video, we will go over the top 10 worst ways to die in the Jurassic Park franchise. Let me know if you agree with my opinion and leave a comment letting me know yours. And always remember to like and subscribe. Number 10. For 10th place, I'm gonna have to go with Hoskins. Hoskins in
I just want to say there's a quick warning that there will be some swearing probably from scenes from the movie. Just warning you right now, if you don't like that, don't click on.
Jurassic World, at the end, was arguing with Owen when Echo bursts into the room from nowhere and immediately starts going for Hoskins. Hoskin mimics Owen's hand movement and he puts his hands out, but then Echo notices that he's not Owen and then bites his hand. This takes 10th place purely for the amount of blood shown in this scene. I remember cringing at this scene when it was first shown in theaters.
Now, I think that is a good spot for number 10 because it was quite gruesome-ish. For Jurassic World, it was gruesome, and he was getting eaten alive by a velociraptor. I think that is a good spot for number 10, but I think there's going to be a lot worse on this list.
Number 9. For 9th place, I'm going with Peter Ludlow. After hearing the call of the baby T-Rex, Peter Ludlow then follows the sound to the cargo hold of the SS Venture. But he is followed by the Buck Rex, who then breaks his legs and leave him for Junior to finish off.
Wait!
This is brutal because not only is his leg broken, but it is also a slow death, being eaten by a baby T-Rex.
Now, I was going to really hope that one was going to be on there. I knew it should because that... I remember when I first saw Lost World, because it is one of my favourite Jurassic Park films. That was actually brutal because he got the bite force for T-Rex is quite strong. He broke his legs and then left him to get eaten alive by the baby T-Rex. So that was actually a really, really bad death, and I'm glad it was shown. There is another one I want to see from the Lost World as well. Hopefully it's on here.
Number 8. In 8th place, I put Dennis Nedry. While driving during a storm, Dennis Nedry drives down a hill and gets his car stuck. He then meets a curious Dilophosaurus, but then proceeds to taunt it.
Stick, stupid! That's a stick, boy. You like a stick? Go on, get it. No wonder you're extinct.
After throwing his stick, he goes back up to his car when the Dilophosaurus frills up and spits him with its venom. The second shot blinds him and makes him fall down and drop his DNA canister. He then gets into his car and gets eaten alive. The screams he makes during this scene used to give me nightmares as a kid.
I remember the fear factor that this gave the dinosaur, like, from this one scene was insane. Like, it just randomly teleported in the car, and it was this black spit, knowing it was toxic as well, was just a crazy thing to see on a big screen. This was definitely a really good choice, I think, for number 8. Right, let's move on to the next one.
Number 7. In 7th place, I have Udesky. Udesky is one of the mercenaries from Jurassic Park 3. This is the first death that I remember physically pained me to watch as a kid. I would always have to turn the TV off when this scene came on. Udesky, while running from raptors, gets his back broken. But he isn't killed. He is left alive as a trap for the raptors, and then is later killed when the raptors realize their trap failed.
They set a trap. They actually set a trap.
Now, yeah, I do really agree with the placement of that one. That scene was actually really, like, it was quite weird to see, especially because it was a left alive. Like, I weren't expecting that from a Jurassic Park film. When I first watched it, I was quite surprised to see that.
The newest movies didn't have many deaths, but it had this one. This death was absolutely amazing to watch in IMAX. Leclerc, after throwing a wrench at the Quetzalcoatlus, is panicking and begging to be pulled up, and his friends are trying to do their best to pull him up quickly before he gets eaten by the Quetzalcoatlus. Just when they think he is alive and about to make it, the Quetzalcoatlus's head appears, and with it, Leclerc is in his mouth, and then he's just swallowed alive whole. The Quetzalcoatlus didn't even chew him up. This was one of the most brutal deaths in the franchise. Number 5.
Before we get on to number 5, I do remember seeing that. It's not long ago because it's only just in the cinemas now. But I was really surprised. I did think that if any of them were going to go, it would probably be him. But it was a bit weird because he did save them. So I thought, oh, maybe he won't. But sadly, he did. And yeah, it's quite an unexpected one. I might say so.
Eddie Carr has a very famous death in this franchise.
Yes, this is the one I was on about from The Lost World that I really wanted to be added. This one I feel like is in my top 3 because it was actually really bad.
After recklessly trying and succeeding to save his friends, 2 T-Rexes pull up right next to his car. After his gun gets stuck in his seat, Eddie is then ripped from his seat and eaten alive. He is split in 2 by the Buck and Doe T-Rex. This, in my opinion, is one of the saddest ways to go for such a heroic guy.
Yeah, I could agree with that one because this guy did everything he could to try and save them. And they would have all died if he didn't do that. He could have just saved them high, but he didn't.
Number 4. Number 4 is Zara Young. Zara is an insignificant side character from the Jurassic World franchises. Her job was a nanny. But even though she is insignificant, she has one of the worst deaths in the franchises. She gets picked up by several pteranodons and gets flung around. Then, after being flung, she is dropped 50 feet into a pool where she is then picked up and dunked repeatedly. Finally, the last time she gets picked up, she is eaten by a mosasaur.
Yeah, I think I agree with that one because it was like getting drowned by the bird, picked up by the bird, thrown around, and then at the end it's getting eaten by a mosasaur, which was really unexpected. I'll be honest. I mean, I did expect it, but I just didn't think
But
they'd
my
go for it.
theory is that the Mosasaurus mouth is not big enough. I mean, the Mosasaurus mouth is too big and it doesn't eat her. It doesn't chew her up. She actually gets swallowed whole and she dies in the stomach acid of the Mosasaurus. Brutal.
There is actually a scene in the Lego Jurassic Park game that actually shows them in the stomach. And that would actually, if that was in the movie and they showed that happened in the movie, that would have been horrible because that means she's getting dissolved by stomach acid alive. Which obviously they didn't show in the movie because they couldn't, but that probably did happen, to be honest.
Number 3. For number 3, I have Peter Stark. He was quickly established to be a jerk after tasing a compy for no reason. So, when he goes to pee, he is then spooked by a compy and falls downhill.
Now, this death, I must say, this one right here, is not necessarily a sad one, but how it's done, you won't want it to happen to yourself. It weren't like sad like the other ones where like the guy in the car got bitten too while trying to save him. This was actually not sad, but just scary.
And is attacked by a huge pack of several other compies. He falls down several more times, probably due to the supposed compy venom. He then stumbles over a log and dies off screen. This death is a reference to the original novel when Hammond, after going on a walk, trips and falls down a hill and then is eaten by compies. Number
Now, I just want to quickly say that this has been a really good list so far. I have agreed with a lot of the placements, and I'm wondering what is put for number 2 and number 1.
2. Wheatley was a huge douchebag in Fallen Kingdom, and his death was really satisfying and
Okay, this just sounds a bit psychotic, but I can sort of agree with that one.
unique. He makes his way into the Indoraptor's cage in order to get its tooth for his collection. The Indoraptor, however, only fakes being knocked out and then grabs Wheatley by the arm and rips it off.
Open the mic.
This leaves Wheatley sitting there, crying, begging for the Indoraptor not to eat him. The pain of losing an arm and being face to face with the Indoraptor is enough for me to put this death at number 2.
Yeah, I mean, with that one, I don't think anyone would want to be face to face with that thing.
For number 1, I have a death that many of you would not suspect.
Get attention. Go over this way.
Ben Hildebrand. Even though Ben Hildebrand is only seen alive in one scene, he has by far the worst death in this franchise. After being stuck in a tree, he probably died of starvation or dehydration or insanity. which is by far the worst way to die ever. So that's my list of the top 10 worst ways to die in Jurassic.
Right, well, that was actually a really good list. I was surprised about the last one, but there are many ways that it could have been really bad, so I can see why he put it there. But yeah, make sure you go check out his channel, go subscribe. The name's GB1609. And make sure you subscribe to me as well, please, as well. But do make sure you go subscribe to him. And without further ado, thank you everybody so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Goodbye.